My vanilla beans have arrived. Yay! My purple package is here. Of course, my daughter's wedding's in 3 days, so I have a million billion things I'm busy doing right now. But I'm going to pop these in some alcohol, and then I'm going to get back to you, and we are going to make vanilla paste, and who knows what else we're going to make. Let's see. Hi there, it's Rebecca, and I'm coming to you from my kitchen again. So today we're going to make another vanilla paste recipe. I know I've already made one, but this one's going to be a little different, and I ultimately want to compare them, so that'll be another video. But this one is said to replicate the Nielsen-Massey vanilla paste recipe. It was written by Whitney Olsen, and I found it in my very favorite group on Facebook, Indri Vanilla. If you haven't been buying your own vanilla beans and making your own extract or paste, I very much encourage you to do so. It's so easy, it's a lot of fun, and it's less expensive, and you're going to get the very best quality vanilla, and it's going to be exactly what you want. So you can buy the vanilla beans through the co-op, which is in the Indri Vanilla Facebook group. You can also go right to their website, which I'll link below, and you can order there. Now, when you order from their website, you're paying retail prices. When you order through the Facebook group, it's a co-op, so the prices are a little less, but you often have to wait a little while to get your beans. Whereas if you order from their website, you get them right away. Anyways, let's get into it. So the recipe starts with these 4 ounces of beans and 7 ounces of rum. Now I put these, it's been almost 2 weeks since I put them away, and I had my daughter's wedding in the meantime, and she's all married now. Now both my daughters are married, that's wonderful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rum out and pour it right into my pot. I'm going to cut these open and get the caviar out. But I think before I do that, I can add the 10 ounces of white sugar and 8 ounces of water and 1 ounce of corn syrup. Just going to scrape that out. And then we're going to use a little lime. I'm using lime juice as I don't have a fresh lime. But I'm going to use 1.5 teaspoons. And now I'm going to get the caviar out of my beans. Whitney suggests that you use gloves for this, but I have clean hands and I'm not a big fan of wearing gloves. Actually, I was going to use my knife, but in the group, I have read that if you use a seam ripper, it does a better job and it's easier. So I think I'm going to grab my seam ripper, actually. I have lots of them. Okay, I got my seam ripper. I love this seam ripper, actually. I got a little kit of them on Amazon. I can link them below if you want, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to see how this works. Just going to go through these quickly, cut them all open, and then I'll get the caviar and all the dewy stuff in there. Okay, so I've been working on these, and I've realized if I start, see where the little hook is here? I start at the opposite end and work my way with the hook facing up, I have the best results. Whoa. And now I'm just going to open them up, and I'm going to scrape all the ooey gooey goodness out of them. These beans are going to go into the pot with everything anyways. I'm going to cut these in half. Pop in these beans. Okay, so now the recipe says to boil this for 5 to 15 minutes. It's boiling quite nicely. I'm going to check. It's definitely not ready yet. It's just really come to a boil. So I switched it to a burner that has a lower low. This burner is not quite as powerful as the other one, and I like this boil rate better than the other one. Okay, so it has been nearly 15 minutes. I don't think I'm noticing any change in the consistency. But you know what? We are going to be thickening with xanthan gum, which is the last ingredient. Okay, so I'm going to use a strainer to get the beans out. I'm going to pour this in here carefully. And I'm just going to squeeze these beans and get whatever else I can from them. It's actually a fair bit. I'm sort of regretting cutting them in half now because it's twice as many squeezes. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I'm a little regretful that I used this strainer because look at all the stuff I've lost. I've been trying and trying, and it's just, you see it, but it's impossible. Maybe I can get that a little bit. It's so hard to get it all. Anyways, I think next time I would use a different method. Maybe I would just pick out the beans with tongs. I'm not sure. Anyhow, I'm just gonna pop the lid on the Vitamix. I'm gonna whiz it up, and then I'm going to very slowly add a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum until it gets to the thickness I like. I'm going to add it just a teeny little bit at a time. It might take more than a 1/4 teaspoon. It might take less. We're just gonna see how we go. You want it thick enough that it will suspend the caviar, or else it'll all sink to the bottom. I'm just checking. I can see the caviar sinking, but it is pretty warm. It will definitely thicken more as it cools. Okay, let's see. Oh, it feels nice. I feel like that's a good texture. And this is a quart-sized jar, I think. Perfect. Okay, good. Whew, look at that. It's perfect. All right, I'm going to scrape down the sides here. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk to you about what I'm going to do with my leftover bean pods. Okay, I don't know if you can see how, I'm just going to see if I can. You can see how much vanilla is still in here. There's a lot of vanilla caviar in here. So I think it's time for, I'm going to make a smoothie in here. Why not use that up? Oh yeah, check out that. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So I'm going to take those leftover vanilla pods and I'm going to make vanilla sugar. If you have not seen it, I do have a video on making vanilla sugar. I will link it up here. And that's everything today. We've got vanilla paste. I have made, like I mentioned earlier, I've made a different recipe before. So I am going to make a video once this cools on comparing the two, and I'll tell you how I feel about them. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you like this video, you might like this one or this one. I'll meet you there. Bye for now.